Yeah, there's something about like all the work that was put into this and where I'm at and stuff like. I wanted to. By the time this record came out, I wanted to be right.
Yeah.
And do things right.
Wow. But your own right.
Yeah.
That's what's so special. It's like, it's your own right that you made.
Days it's like I'm at the brink of shoving anyone from love to resent. Any given action is another wayward spiral to repair.
One thing I noticed about Elias, as soon as I heard the music, because I suppose I heard the music but didn't see him, and there was something so off about it, but so right. And I think everything, like he's just so purely himself and self-created without even thinking about it. Like he couldn't do things in another way than he does them. And I find that so beautiful. And it's not easy, I think, to grow up like that. And it's incredible how he's come closer and closer to the artist that he is. So that is really compelling. The way he articulates what's inside of him, like if you're just speaking to him, it's all so considered. And he has this very graceful, off way of moving in the world that I find very compelling. But I think, in the main, he embodies such beautiful values about making art, what's right, what's wrong, what means something to him. That all means a lot to me.
We met at a Ice Age concert in Leipzig.
Mm-hmm.
In maybe this like squatty, dilapidated theater type venue.
Mm-hmm.
And you came and introduced yourself. Were you with Clara?
I was with Clara. We introduced ourselves after the show. And there were only maybe 10 people in the or 10, 20 people.
Yeah.
But you so impressively played it like it was a huge arena. Like nothing fazed you.
I guess I couldn't come knocking too, but here I am not welcome anymore.
Well, I think I hope for what I've always hoped for, which is some kind of release and the feeling of being emptied. The worst thing with any performance is having a feeling that there was something left to give. But, we're sitting in William S. Burroughs' untouched bedroom. This whole bunker building with its history feels a bit like a church in a sense, but with no feeling of oppression. I mean, we came in here yesterday for rehearsals and to scope out the space, and I'm not too big on on energy, so it's not something I think too much about. But this place seems kind of charged, loaded with something quite embracive. Sometimes things resemble destiny. This feels like one of them, but like we did a book that was called Sunken Heights, and I remember meeting up for coffee with you, and you gave me this very nice notebook that you had put these marbled innings on, and
I had made it for you.
Yeah, with the feather and all. And that was the day I started writing the book, because I had this beautiful notebook, so I went straight to this old reading hall in a library in Copenhagen and started writing, and then I started writing every day, and then when the book was written, you ended up doing the artwork for it, and like, yeah, I mean, I think we've had a lot of adventures, but this feels like a planting of a totem pole in a line of many great moments that we build up around our lives, I suppose.
I do think there's something that everything that you've done in your life and everything I've done in my life somehow has made it that we ended up in this room together. So it's like we just walked ourselves in this direction. So you could say it was your own doing, and like-minded people end up being in the same room at the same time quite often.
Yeah.
So that's different than destiny, maybe. Not that I'm against that. At all. Maybe there's something to destiny also about, it's not so much like something outside of yourself, but finding out, fulfilling more what you're meant to be doing.
Walking away last night from this space, from the bunker, I was supposed to meet some friends, but I just felt so altered. Like my weight had shifted, some sort of like a blissed out emptiness of something that's hard to process, but like it really manifests itself in the body, being in these rooms. There's lots of moments in life where something kind of is coming up and you feel like it's a defining moment, and there's a lot at stake, and what you long for is for the thing to be done, to say you did it. So with these kind of things, I'm more and more trying maintain the idea of being present, and that it's not about completing it. It happens inside of it, if that makes sense. I'm comfortable with the fact that I don't know anything.
Anybody not close to you is no friend of mine. Anybody not close to you is no friend of mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just wanna be close to you. Are you looking at me?
And I don't know who I'm communicating with, but when you give thanks for a passing moment you appreciate, or people in your life or something, it's also a vehicle to live that moment twice. rather than just have it happen and then it's gone. When I was a teenager and when I was about to start Ice Age, I was obsessed with magic and crime. And I almost wanted those two to bleed together. I wish for everything to be possible. I don't know. Oh yeah, well, often when we started performing, I found out that concerts could be a place to lose yourself and use the music and aggression and the frenetic nature of it all to forget who you are, forget where you are, forget your name even, but just push yourself into a moment together with people where the only thing that happens on Earth is this now. There's no behind, there's no future, there's just the now. And I think that's like when people together in a room can create something where it feels as if that's the only thing that's happening in the world. It's something somewhere in between being very present and very oblivious at the same time. That's a fantastic feeling. It's a high. It's something you chase. I'm not a very sentimental person, I think. Or maybe I am. I don't know. But I've historically never been one to dwell in sentimentality or nostalgia or past eras. Maybe because there is a sentimentality in me. But I think there's ways of feeling the past and the present in a pure form where you feel it in its entirety without necessarily milking it, which I think sentimentality has a tendency to do. Drawing more out of a moment than there is or was, and usually there's plenty. Yeah, I'm playing a bunch of stuff off the album, but I'm also playing a song that I finished yesterday. I put together a sound piece while I was here in New York where I did some field recordings from Catholic Mass and this old man playing this Chinese bowed instrument in the subway. I've splashed them together and they happen to be in tune. That's one good thing about having created a vehicle where I can do things alone, is that it's very easy to do things without rehearsal or any planning. So I've been here in New York for like a week and a half, and I wanted those days spent in the city to bleed in to what happens on stage tonight as well. I just hope I can remember the fucking lyrics of the thing I finished yesterday. But yeah, keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, in a way, the world has to catch up to him because he has such a particular way about him.